the Holy Isle.
Aha.
Famous as the island home of St. Columba, Iona is one of Britain's earliest sites of Christianity and is still the heart of a worldwide religious community. A spiritual place since pagan times. There's been an abbey here for 1,500 years.
Well, I don't suppose it was a day like this when St. Columba and his 12 companions arrived in coracles.
Not quite.
And formed a pilgrimage which has lasted nearly 1,500 years.
Originally from Ireland, St. Columba arrived on Iona in 563 AD. Using this island as his base, he set about converting the whole of pagan Scotland and northern England to Christianity.
Get me to a nunnery? Well, to the abbey anyway.
While we wait for our boat and crew to catch us up, we have time to explore the spiritual heart of the island.
This was built from about 800. And the oldest bit is, you see just behind the cross there, that little bit, which is the shrine.
It's an extraordinarily large and fine church to find on a small island on the edge of the Atlantic.
To discover why St. Columba chose this spot, we're meeting the head of the Iona community, Peter MacDonald.
Good morning.
Good morning, Peter.
Welcome to Iona Abbey. As you will have experienced, coming to Iona, you're coming to a remote place. But back in the day of Columba, the main way of travel was by sea. And so Iona was almost like a service station on a highway. And all the communication from North Africa, up the coast of Spain, past Ireland, Scotland, up to Scandinavia, was down this seafaring route. So when Columba came to Iona, he was choosing a strategic location for mission.
So from Iona, St. Columba and his monks set about converting Dark Age Britain, and the course of history was changed. In the centuries that followed Columba, the abbey itself became a centre of pilgrimage and learning.
We know that this place was a hive of activity. This is where the Book of Kells was produced and other illuminated manuscripts. We know that there was all sorts of industry that happened here.
The abbey survived numerous Viking raids, but after the Reformation it was deserted and fell into ruin. But in the 20th century, under the leadership of the minister George MacLeod, the religious community and the abbey were revived and rebuilt.
When the cloister was rebuilt between 1938 and 1965, these more modern carvings were put into the pillars.
Tell us about these.
These are grave slabs which were commissioned by clan chiefs and important figures.
Lovely Gaelic symbols.
Yeah, beautiful animal and religious motifs interwoven. So we believe that these grave slabs would originally have been situated out in the graveyard where Macbeth is reputed to be buried.
Macbeth?
So they say, along with other kings and nobility from Scotland, from Ireland and from Scandinavia.
For more than 1,000 years, people have been making pilgrimage to this holy isle to worship, pray and reflect upon their lives.
One of the central aspects of the spirituality of the Columban Church was knowing the human place within creation.
Yes.
And I think you had to accept that when the sun shone, you took that as a blessing, and if there was a storm, you took that as a blessing. There was nothing you could do about it.
So we should count this rough weather as a blessing?
Yes, it may mean that you have to stay longer with us.
Oh, good. Hooray.
This is what I came for, what I wanted Prue to experience. To be out here on this remote island, the wind howling around you, you feel, well, more alive.
Yes, but it's also nice to be in the warm.
I'm quite glad we got stranded on this island. I don't fancy braving those waves out there.
Yeah, what was it that George MacLeod, the chap who started the Iona community, said? He said, this is a thin place. Only a tissue divides the material world from the world of the spirit.
And in your case, that spirit is a glass of whiskey.
Indeed it is, yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
As evening falls, it looks like we could have a little more time to enjoy this beautiful island than we expected.
Well, it's not going to get any better, is it?
I don't think so, no.
No sign of the boys. I think we're stuck here.
Marooned on an island with the love of my life.